How you doing? My name's Kevin. I'm the owner of Godlyke Incorporated, and we're here at the 2010 Winter NAMM Show. This is my associate, PJ Zitarosa, and we're going to show you some of the new products we have to offer here this year at the show. So, come on in.
Hello out there, this is PJ Zitarosa with Godlyke Incorporated. We're going to step you through all these fabulous pedals now. We're going to start with the comp sustainer here. Now if I play just clean, a nice clean tone, when I click on this, we're going to get a little bit of a country slapback. Real nice. Again, without it, just nice clean with. Now, the other thing that I love about using the overdrive pedal, which is the ODM5, and I found a nice setting, just a real nice bluesy setting. You know, just your normal bluesy. So now if I want to play a lead, what I'll do is I'll keep this in my loop and I'll click this on. For my boost. Literally click this in. Without, here's with. Gives it a nice boost. So this pedal is a preference that I dug on this one setting.
ODM5 is just an updated version of the award-winning Diatone OD2. It's your typical 808 style circuit, but we've done some tweakings to the tone settings to give it a little more low end and a little more natural tube sounding sound, less compression and more natural dynamic response than your standard 808.
It's very cool too. So this first setting is just bluesy. Nice. You know, I also love this setting for slide. Play a lot of slide with this setting because it's a little bit. I love that first setting for slide because it's got just a little, it's got enough gain on it. So if you go to setting 3, it's going to really give you a real nice big, crunchy sound. And then setting 2 is right in the between. Still get a nice tube sound. So that's the ODM5. Again, you can go crazy with the settings. These are just a few in particular that we really liked. Moving on to the chorus pedal here. Again, 3 different channels that you can pick and choose what you want to hear. Classic chorus. I found a nice Leslie sound, and I also found this really nice ring modular sound that Kevin loves too. It's really cool. So it's in triangle mode, okay? And then the settings I just kind of mess with, and we're going to make a setting for this. But it's real. It's real cool. I just love sitting with it. It's just one of my favorites for sure. It's cool. And sometimes I'll just click into it, like in the groove of the moment. So if I have a groove, you know, and I'll just kind of, when it's on the floor, I'll just kind of step on it in between on the groove. So all of a sudden it's like, what was that? So it's kind of cool for that. Now, again, you have so many different settings. So just explore with it. This is just a little bit of the iceberg. What all of these can do. These are just dynamite pedals. So
okay, next up in what we've got to show, new at the show, is the TWA Triseklion. TWA, or Totally Wicked Audio, is Godlyke's house brand of effects. It's very high-end boutique tweaker stuff, and the Triseklion is what we like to refer to as a harmonic energizer. What it does is it's a custom tuned filter circuit that allows you to change the harmonic content of your guitar signal. So it has a lot of uses. You can basically fine tune your rig to a particular room, create resonant feedback between your guitar and amp, notch a specific frequency to get like a half-cocked wah sound for solos. It's got a healthy amount of gain boost, so you could just bomb the front end of your amp and force it to overdrive, or you can disengage the gain and just have it run as a straight parametric EQ. The center frequency of the EQ is also controllable via expression pedal, so it can be used as a wah-wah pedal as well. So it's a very versatile pedal. It works great in combination with other overdrives and distortions as well. So PJ is going to take you through a couple of different sounds, and Trevor is going to tweak the pedal while we go through these. So. This is with a harmonic boost, which basically shifts the center frequency up by a certain amount of degrees, and it just gives you an added top end range that is pretty interesting. Now we're going to turn the gain on, and this is basically going to just show you, how much harmonic content can be gotten with this pedal. Now we're going to use this in conjunction with an overdrive and show you how they work well together.
Just the overdrive?
Okay. This is just the overdrive and the overdrive with the Triseklion. Moving down the line, we come to two new 9 series pedals from Maxon, the ST9 Super Tube and the SM9 Super Metal. And if those sound familiar, it might be because they're very coveted effects from the 80s that were only available in Japan and only leaked into the United States. So a lot of vintage gearheads are looking for these things. They're highly sought after, so Maxon felt it was time to reissue them. But not being able to leave well enough alone, they decided to add a bunch of new features.
Good. All right, we're going to show you the Super Metal pedal by Maxon here. We're going to run this in 18 volt. Again, it can run in 9 volt and 18 volt. This one we're going to run in 18 volts. This is a classic metal sound that I heard when I tweaked this setting. Great for leads, great for rhythms. Great for pick, the pick attack. Great for all the harmonic kind of stuff. One of my favorite pedals.
Okay, next up, we're going to introduce you guys to the HAO Omega Drive 16. HAO is a boutique effect builder from Japan. They do some really great sounding high-end overdrives and distortions over the past few years that are designed to emulate certain amps like Marshall, Plexi, Fender Bassman, 410, and they finally dove into the overdrive world, and they brought us something really special, which is the Omega Drive 16. The Omega Drive 16 uses a charge pump, which takes 9 volts coming into the pedal and bumps it up to 16 volts. And what this does is it just gives you an increased headroom, better dynamic response, fuller frequency response. This thing is just very rich in upper harmonics, but it's got a lot of low-end punch. It's much more full frequency than your standard overdrive. Just works great going into an already overdriven amp to take it over the edge. And it also works great in conjunction with other overdrives. Last but certainly not least, we're going to show you a couple of the new EMMA electronic pedals. EMMA's a high-end manufacturer from Denmark. Some of you guys may be familiar with their Risa Fratsitz distortion or discombobulator envelope filter. They've made a big splash into the US over the past few years, and they're finally coming out with some new models. The first is the line is the TWA, which is a high-gain metal distortion. It's got a very, very nice EQ. It's nice and tight and punchy without having too much compression, which is always a problem when you're running a lot of gain. They also have a new overdrive called the Stink Bug, which is, again, it's a classic style tube amp overdrive, but not in the tube screamer realm. It's much more like an actual tube amp, reacts like an actual tube amp.
Here to show you the HAO OD16, running on 16 volts, people, okay? 2 different spots. You can have your tone on or your tone off. We're going to start first with the tone off, okay? Just a setting that I found that I just think sounds totally like a tube head 1000%. Now mind you too, the level's only at like 9 o'clock.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed the pedals we had to show you today. My name is Kevin. This is PJ. We're with Godlyke Incorporated. Again, Guyatone Mighty Micros, TWA Triseklion, Maxon 9 Series Super Metal and Super Tube, HAO Omega Drive 16, and EMMA, TWA, and Stink Bug. You can check all this stuff out at www.godlyke.com. That's Godlyke. So thanks for stopping by and check out our stuff.